Well, there y'all are, friends and family. I almost forgot to bring you all along. Yep. And for many of you who've been with the channel a long time, well, you know, it's Friday. And that being said, you know, we do something that we used to do with the kids way back in the day, money permitting now, which we called Fast Food Fridays. We always cooked at the house and saved our money. We had big old gardens. We canned, we froze, we dehydrated, and we did it all. But come Friday, me and the wife be a little bit wore down. So I came up with this idea of Fast Food Friday. And what we would do is all climb in the vehicle and we'd make our trip around town, and the only rule was, you know, we had to be able to get it through the drive-in. Otherwise, you could have anything you wanted. Didn't matter how many times old Papo had to pull into a drive-in to just get it, you know. Because back then, you know, some wanted McDonald's, some wanted Dairy Queen, some Taco Bell, KFC, you know, what have you. You know, there were 4 of us in the family, me and the wife, and my daughter Ashley, and my son James. So most times we had to make 4 stops. Now I sort of make my own decision, well, except this is for the Kitty Krew now instead of the kids. And the Kitty Krews, they're just not too much on tacos, not too much on burgers. You know, they'll eat a burger if you force them into it. But their favorite is, of course, chicken. They truly love it. So, that's what we're off to today. We're going to stop on in and get one of their favorites. And, of course, that being, they only have a couple chicken McNuggets from McDonald's, and they truly love the chicken tenders from Jack's, the flavor of the South. And I think it was week before last, or last week, they got chicken tenders from Hardee's, which they enjoyed, but I could sort of see they enjoyed their Jack's more. For me, I really couldn't tell a whole lot of difference. There was some, and I must say, I think I prefer the Jack's, though I ain't, you know, slapping down Hardee's none. They were good. But we're going to head over here, you know, barring that, you know, Jack's isn't out of chicken or what have you, because, you know, all these food shortages I've been hearing about, and I know all of y'all have. And while I'm out riding, I'm looking for any signs, you know, that say, you know, people ain't got nothing. So far, I haven't seen any in my travelings around my little small town. Not saying it ain't happening, but so far it ain't come to here, as far as I know. So here we are. We're at Jack's, and I bet it's busier as it can be. Yep, it is. It's quite popular, as you can tell. So we'll just get in line. I mean, basically, the only reason I do this now is for the Kitty Krews. Of course, the only reason I did it when the children were here living at home was for them. As y'all know, I don't mind cooking. Yeah, sometimes I take shortcuts. I won't lie to you. You know, off camera. I got my cheap little pizzas I jazz all up. Yeah. And I do other things. You know, I eat canned vegetables. I eat canned soups. On occasion, rather than making up one of my delicious southern salads, whether I'll be at that macaroni or marinated veg or all the others I make up, I'll give me out one of them there box ones. But it looks like we got one there pulling off because he's going to head on in to the inside. We ain't going to do that. We just going to be patient. They're young folks. So, yep, when we're younger, we don't have patience. Patience is something that comes with time, as we all know. There are times in my life, especially when I was working, I didn't have much patience either. I admit it. I'd be running late to work. Running late somewhere. And patience would be a little bit in the slim side. But nowadays, being retired, it don't really matter. Spooky, Speedy, Gracie, they'll all wait patiently at home. Lord, if I had to guess, they're probably putting the word out now, so Elrod might be able to get in on it. Yep. Maybe Magoo. I don't know. Cleo don't like Magoo. Of course, she don't like any other kitties. Spooky and Speedy try to keep things from her. But old Cleo, she's going to see this car when it comes down the street. She knows what time it is, what day it is. So I'm thinking unless she's in the house, over there at her secondary home, she'll be with us too. Got a hawk up there in the sky, circling around, looking beautiful. Nope, it's not a turkey vulture because it doesn't have the spread out feathers at the wing tips. It looks like some type of red hawk. Yep, there comes another one. I know some of you gonna say it's vultures, and you might be right. Who knows? They're way up there, and my eyesight ain't what it used to be. Either way, I could enjoy sitting here in the air-conditioned car watching them for quite some time. It's a beautiful blue sky, partly cloudy. Oh, it's a good day to be alive.
Hold for a second.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, you go ahead.
Yeah, can I ask you a question first?
Alright, well, can you hold for a second again?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, you can go ahead with your question.
What's this sign say y'all got taped up here that's laying over where we can't read it? Y'all got a paper taped up here, but you can't read it. You know what I mean? Oh, you're short staffed?
Oh, short staffed.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I didn't know.
It's alright.
Sorry to hear that. Oh. Well, anyway, could I get a 12-piece chicken tenders with buffalo sauce and a medium coke?
Does that be on?
Yes, ma'am.
12-piece finger with buffalo sauce in the Coke. That'll be $16.26 Joe round.
Okay, thank you. Well, I don't know if y'all heard that, but they had a sign that was partially taped up. It was laying down. And since I got the GoPro on the windshield, I didn't want to take it all down. Take a picture of it, plus I couldn't read it. So I asked them. And a young lady came out and stuck it back up where you can read it. And what it said was, you know, it's from their management, you know, please be patient because they're currently short-staffed. And see, herein lies the problem all across America. You know, you're seeing all these food shortage videos, Walmart, what have you, Food Town, and all that. And we've known since the onset of what happened last year in 2020, you know, people quit their jobs all throughout America, you know, with the stimulus checks, the increased unemployment benefits, plus, I mean, the virus. People are extremely hesitant to go back to work. And this is especially true in your lower paid jobs, which we all know fast food is. You know, most areas of the country still aren't paying $15 an hour. I noticed a sign up at our local McDonald's that said, you know, starting now, $9 an hour. And I think Hardee's is doing the same, and well, I'm sure probably Jack's is too. But still, $9. Then the truck driving shortage. I was looking at that today. And back in 2018 and 2019, from the, what is it, American Trucking Association, they said we were 61,000 drivers short back then. Then you consider everything that's happened, 2020, plus the, you know, the lockdowns, where all the restaurants closed, a lot of fast food closed, of course reopened drive-in only, which in many places it still is. And the truck drivers, even if they would have wanted to keep their jobs, they lost them. Now with everything going on, apparently they're not coming back. So it's hard to find current data of just now, with everything that's happened, exactly what is all the number for truck drivers. The same is true in our ports. I looked at that. Everybody's going, you know, the ports are all backed up. Well, that is true. But part of the reason for that is lack of people to unload the ships, load the ships. And then the number one gets back to that truck driver shortage. Here again, the drivers that transfer the containers, which is called intermodal shipping, are unfortunately some of the lowest paid ones out there, in my understanding. So all of this is contributing to the truck driver shortage. So far in America, as far as I can tell, there's plenty of food. Yeah, there's been a significant decrease in chicken. And if you really dig into that, it's because Tyson's had a problem with hatching. And that's primarily because sometime last year, I think it was third or fourth quarter, they made a decision to change up the rooster for whatever reason. You know, you got to have a rooster to breed the chicken to get the eggs to hatch, to get the broilers, the fryers, you know. And apparently that rooster's variety wasn't up to the task. So now they've had to replace all those roosters with the ones they used to use. and try to get back on track. So there's many reasons for what's going on, which may impact your area far more than it's impacting mine. And if you're shopping at the big box stores that totally rely on everything being trucked in, like Walmart don't cut their meat. They don't source any quarters, sides, and cut it there. They haven't since, I think 1987. They use all what's called case packed ready meat, which comes from the big meat processing plants, all packaged up, ready for them to slip in their cases. And guess what that all relies on? Yep, you know it, truck drivers. Sure does. America, like most countries now, it's their heart and their soul that belongs to the truck driver. And if you want to see hard times hit, just have them all stand down and say, we're done. Oh, here we go. That wasn't too bad.
Tenders were out of buffalo sauce.
You got some ranch?
We do.
I'll take ranch.
Alright, and you had 12 tenders on coat?
Yeah.
16.26.
Okay, and I put a little extra in there for you.
Oh, well, thank you.
That since y'all a little bit short, you know.
I'm sorry, something.
I figured give you a little extra because I know y'all working hard.
You just take it out of the 20?
Huh?
Take it out of the 20?
I mean, whatever's left after that is yours. I wish I had more, but that's all I brought with me today.
Thank you for what you did. And then I want to split it between the crew members.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be much, but.
Here's that.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. You have a great day.
You too. God bless y'all. So there you go. We got it. Kitty Krew got their treats. I got me a little Coke. I've been trying to enjoy one at least once a week. I know I shouldn't, but I've been eating a lot healthier and drinking my fruit and veggie juices. So I figure I can treat myself at least on Fast Food Friday. Yep. Woo! That chicken's smelling good. There for a minute I thought that their sign on the drive-in speaker was going to say something about food shortages, but no. It was all about being short-staffed, as you heard. You might have to listen closely. I tried to pump the volume up on that portion of the video so you could hear. So now all we got to do is get these on back to the house, rush on in, and get some chopped up. I got a 12 piece, and yeah, it's pricey. But thanks to some of you viewers out there, one of which is B, every once in a while she'll slip in a little green for the Kitty Krew to go to their treats. And she ain't been the only one. There have been others, but I know B sent me a real nice card with a beautiful bookmarker. It's like it's crocheted, or it's not really crocheted, but I mean it is beautiful. I put it in my Bible. You know, I'm always appreciative, and so is the Kitty Krew, for any little card or letter or gift that you send. The Lord knows, don't I don't want nobody going out of their way or going without. And nobody needs to. Kitty Krew will be taken care of, and God knows Mr. Tom, he's going to make it through. He always has. And times that have been way tougher than they are now. Ooh, the barbecue smoke shack there seem to be doing good. Now, I don't go out shopping much anymore because it's just me and Kitty Krew. And that. And I'm not going to go out and try to find something to video, i.e. food shortages. I will guarantee you, I can pick the time and day, and I can go out and I can find them both conditions where everything looks pretty much close to normal, and when things look like a pack of marauders that went through the store and taken everything. I know, because I mean, I remember that in the past, and I'm talking past being before 2020. And I got plenty when it all comes down to it. Gas still $2.87. As y'all know, it's been stuck there quite some time. You know, a lot of people don't agree with me, and that's just fine. Personally, I don't care. And I've said it too. I went a little overboard during 2020. That's part of the reason I'm not gardening, because Lord knows I don't need it. What little fresh I use, what little fresh I use, you know, don't cost much. You know, I am starting to put in a little bit of garden stuff for fall. Tomatoes that many of y'all may have doubted, which look seriously bad. They're looking fine. Yep, I believe in that hydrogen peroxide. Whew, I surely do. If done correctly, that'll keep them Cadillacing all season long. Well, here we are, back in the neighborhood. So I'm gonna have some happy kitties soon, and y'all just gonna have to bail out and sit underneath the oak. You can pick one, front yard, backyard, or you know, if you want to sit under the pine tree here on the bank, you can do that too. And I'll go in and I'll cut them all up some, and maybe we'll talk on the front porch a little bit, okay? Spooky, Speedy, Speedy, there you are. Where's Spooky, huh? Where's, you know what day it is? Come on, Spook. Here, let me get your regular food out of the way. You're cute and caboodle. Woo, Cleo. Yep, it's Fast Food Friday, and there both of y'all are. Yep. Been waiting patiently, haven't you? Well, look what I got here, guys. Come here. Ooh, look what we got. Oh, yeah. It's your favorites. And they were all hot. Yeah, steaming hot. So steaming hot The box was all soggy by the time I got her home. Not from grease, just the steam. Whew. I nibbled on one. I hope y'all don't mind. Is that y'all's favorites? I know it is. Well, you're my kids now. Yeah, Speedy, you keep a lookout, because you know Cleo may be coming. And Elrod. Oh, it would really be a surprise if we could see Magoo. Wouldn't it? Well, y'all enjoy. Now, and look who's coming. Look who's coming. Cleo. I knew you'd be smelling them. Cleo. Work your way around, dear. I think that plate's big enough for 3 kitties. Well, there you have it. My 3 black kitties. Cleo, Speedy, and Spooky. They're all family, brothers and sisters. Now we just got to see who else shows up. But y'all say thank you to your fans and your viewers, because they helped you get these, okay? Y'all too busy eating? Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to have a quite delicious midnight snack, too. I'm just saying, Cleo, okay? Y'all enjoy. It's my pleasure. Whew. So, as you can see, they're all taken care of. And don't you fret none. So's little Gracie, even though she ain't big on people food. Yep, she ain't quite got into it yet. Maybe it'll grow on her in time. So there you have it, folks. Another Fast Food Friday is in the bag. And I don't know if you saw, we were over at Jack's, their favorite place, and mine. And as we were pulling up to that there drive-through, the post with the cover on it and the speaker, there was this white piece of paper laid down. And you couldn't read it. I mean, watch that portion of the video. You can clearly see it there, waving in the wind. And there for a minute, a scary thought came immediately to mind with everything that's being spoke about here on social media, all about food shortages. I mean, that immediately popped in my mind. Primarily, the first one that popped in my mind was chicken, because indeed it's been slacking here of late. But I told you the reason, and you can look it up yourself. Tyson switched roosters sometime last year to a variety they thought was going to increase egg production, and it wasn't for their laying chickens, i.e. egg production for consumers, but it was for the meat production side, for producing broilers, fryers, that you see in your grocery store, chicken parts, whole chickens, and what have you. And it didn't work out for them. In fact, this particular variety they chose, they actually immediately started seeing a 25% or more reduction in egg laying in their broiler and fryer division. Yeah, I dug into it, dug deep, got a big shovel, and found that to be true. So that's the reason for that. They have since switched back to the old variety of rooster that they were using in their broiler and fryer division, and things are getting back on track. I even did as much as went in and looked at their quarterly reports that they sent out to investors. And in those quarterly investor reports, where they talk about their earnings, whether they're growing or declining, and the reasons for it, one of the top reasons was the reduction in production due to the roosters. Yeah, in the number of eggs being laid for their meat production side of their business in chicken. They also stated in their investor report that the truck driver shortage and other labor shortages were impacting and their ability to not only bring in supplies, i.e. feed and what have you, but also transport the finished product nationwide. So it was scary there for a second, and I think that's what is happening a lot in America. I truly think, based on what I have dug into, there is ample food out there, but the supply chain has been disrupted. It was disrupted by the virus, and now it's being disrupted by a labor shortage. Yeah, could prove me wrong, but I'm not gonna get into this here popular notion it's the government trying to take away our food so they can control us, because you can't control hungry people. In fact, quite the opposite. I've said it many times, the most dangerous animal on the face of the planet is a hungry human. I've seen it, and I hope to not see it again. And I want you to think about it for a minute. If it's your children, your grandchildren, or even you, your spouse, your other friends, family, and loved ones, what would you do if they were starving? And there you go. So, I've always said, have enough food for a minimum of 2 weeks. 30 days is better. 90 days is even better. 6 months is best. In a year, is optimal. And trust me this, I have all that covered. And I don't even need to be going to Walmart or all the big box stores and just continuously throwing it in anymore. I've been covered. You know, I didn't start being prepared for lack of food or lack of water or lack of medicines and all that in 2020. I've been practicing it all my life. Anybody that was a child of those who either raised their families, survived during, or a product of the Great Depression, no, that just was a way of life. Yeah, and stayed the way of their lives all the way up until they passed. And they also instilled those ideas and philosophies into their children, I of which am one, as many of you are. So it's a wise idea to be prepared, but to take it past a certain level, then, you know, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Personally, it's a free country. I don't care either way. I'll get by. So I just thought I'd share all my thoughts based on what's been going on and how it almost impacted Fast Food Friday for my kitties and my babies, which are all now getting ready to conk out and catch an afternoon nap here at my feet. Let me show you. Woo, spooky. Cleaning up some, bud. Were those good? I mean, y'all devoured those in a heartbeat. Must have been good. Speedy, you're all stretched out yawning. And Cleo, she's already asleep. And it ain't even been maybe what, 5-10 minutes? Well, I am so happy. Y'all are well fed and taken care of. And like I said, Remember, 12 on the dot. The midnight snack. Yeah, Gracie won't let me forget. Trust me. She'll jump up on my chair and say it's time. She watches the big clock on the stove. Oh. But the sun's starting to set on another beautiful day here in the deep south of Alabama. People are out busy mowing grass, weed eating. You can hear somebody off in the distance with a chainsaw. Me? Well, it's currently, what, 90-something degrees? 87% humidity? I'm going to sit with the Kitty Krew a while. Then I'm going to head her on back in. Well, because I got to edit a video and get it put on out. I do hope y'all will enjoy it. And you'll take what I have to say, you know, to heart. Take a look at what you got, what you think you need. You know, if you got gaps or holes, fill them on in. But remember, everybody's got to have some, because you definitely don't want the ones who don't coming to pay a visit. I'm just saying. And should everything collapse and fall to pieces, and that, now I know way too many here on social media say how well prepared they are in that department either. Yeah, well, you can only hold your own for so long. We've seen it all in the movies, and many of us have seen it in real life. You know what they say, no one person is an army, no one person is an island, and that's fact. And then I know many are going to say, well, we are all going to join together of like mind. Well, when the hordes come, I hope your like minds a huge, massive army. Because without it, all they got to do is wear you down over time. And eventually, whoever has the time and the patience wins out. I'd rather not be put in that situation, and I got that covered too. So, don't worry about old Mr. Tom. Don't worry about the Kitty Krew, you know. I do want to thank viewers who make sure, you know, they get their treats, they get their food. There's another viewer I'd like to just mention. His name's Hawkeye. He has made sure they don't go without food. Their favorite kit and caboodle and 9 lives for, oh, at least the next 6 to 9 months, I'm just saying. I'll have to throw some pictures of what he was so kind to send us up on the community page. Been meaning to do it for a while, and it just abates me at times. But he hasn't been the only one. So many of you have too. And I worry when y'all do it, because I don't want you taken from your own needs. And that, we got plenty. And tomorrow I'm going to work on a video just to show you in part just how I have looked at things over the years, and to show you also my preparing didn't start in the last year or two. So with all this said, I do want y'all to take care out there, stay safe, and God bless you, your family, friends, and loved ones. Till I and the Kitty Krew and Gracie, sometimes Elrod and Magoo, see you on the next video. Goodbye for now. Well, guys, will it be okay if the old man has chicken tender? Will it? Okay, I'll go. I promise. I only have one, okay, Spook? Thank you. Oh my. Whew. Thank you, God, for another beautiful day to be alive. Love you. Gracie. Gracie. Come here. Come here. Did you think Papa forgot you? No, I didn't forget my Gracie. Yep. Sniff at it. Check it out. See if it's edible. You ain't nothing like the Kitty Krew. Kitty Krew, they'd already have that gone. No. Not much on it. Think you try it? Okay. Try a couple and see what you think. Let me know. We can talk later tonight. If I have to, I'll cook you up a hamburger, okay? I love you. You're my queen. Okay? Later, all.